good day. I'm your host, Rachel, the perfect place for you who want to grow and change your mindset into positive. If you have a minute, share this in your stories and tag me. I would love to know how it helped you in your life journey. And now, let's just dive into the video. For this week's episode, we are going to talk about the 2 ways to stop yourself from comparing to one another. Before we start, let me first ask you a question. Have you ever compared yourself to other people? Good morning. So based on my question just a few seconds ago, I know most of us would say yes. Haven't we done it for a lot of times? Haven't we compared ourselves to other people for a lot of times? Most of us would compare ourselves when it comes to physical appearance, intelligence, talents, social life, and a lot more. Now let's break it down one by one. Physical appearance. Boy, a girl, kid, or an adult, we compare ourselves to one another. Because comparison doesn't have any gender. It happens to all. You compare yourself to others like, why are they so attractive and you're not? Why are they so sexy and you're not? Why do they have so many lovers and you don't have? Right? Things like this. It happens whether in social media or in real life. Next, intelligence. Let's say it happens most of the time at school. You get so insecure about your grades and you start to compare yourself to other people. Like, why are they so intelligent and I'm not? Right? Next, talents. Most of us would compare ourselves to others like, why do others have a lot of talents and me seems like I'm just living here in this world, simply living. Sounds familiar? Next, social life. You compare yourself to others by asking, why do others have a lot of friends and good at communicating and you're not? Right? Now, comparing ourselves to one another will never be good. And I know it's hard. It's really hard. Because it happens most of the time, right? And sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes it will just hit you or come to you so suddenly. Now, what is really the best way to stop yourself from comparing to one another? Well, I have 2 techniques for you. The first technique for that is try to see your world with admiration and not as a competition. For example, physical appearance. Let's say you tend to compare yourself to others who have beautiful bodies. Now, if you will try to see your world with admiration and not as a competition, it will help you to be motivated as well. It will help you to take an action as well. Because the truth about comparing ourselves to one another is it's what we want to have. That's why you compare. That's why we compare. You compare yourself to other people because you don't have what they have and you want to have it. Or sometimes you compare yourself to other people because maybe they're doing the same thing that you do in life and it's better than yours. That is why the first technique that I have for you is try to see your world with admiration and not as a competition. Because if you will do that, if you will try to see your world with admiration and not as a competition, it will help you to treat those people as your inspiration. Do you get what I'm pointing out? And at the end of the day, you will realize that it's just you versus the old you. Because you are now in a different path. Okay? So you better make yourself a better version than you were in the past, an hour ago, a minute ago, or even a seconds ago. Now, whenever you compare yourself to other people and seeing your world with admiration and not as a competition doesn't work for you, try this second technique that I have for you. They are not in your path. All of us have a different path. And if you will just pay attention to others, it's just a waste of time. Let's say you're walking on this road all the way to the supermarket, and others walk on a different road all the way to the restaurant, for example. Now, why would you compare yourself to other people whose path is different than yours? Because let me ask you, in real life, would you compare yourself to other people walking on a different destination? Because if you're on the way to the supermarket, have you ever thought of other people who are going to the restaurant? No, absolutely not, right? Do you know what I'm pointing out right now? Let's say, if you're on the way to Batanes, have you ever thought of other people who are going to Baguio? right? No, because your focus is only on your journey. The journey that you will be having on that day. That's why you're excited, right? Whenever you have a trip, because you're looking forward to it. You are focused on that thing and not on other people who are going to a different destination. So whenever you compare yourself to other people, remember these two techniques that I have for you. First, see your world with admiration and not as a competition. And second, all of us have a different journey. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you have learned something new. Make sure to share this with your friends so that they can also learn from what you have learned from this video. And please do remember that you can also download this episode on all my podcast platforms. The links are down below, so you can listen to it wherever you want or whenever you want, even if you're jogging, walking, driving, running, or whatever you're doing in life. So what are we waiting for? Hit the download button beside this episode on all my podcast platforms. And please do remember that this is also now available in Tagalog version. Para ito sa mga kabataang Pilipino natin dyan. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day and love you.
Aww. We'll take on the world.